Very well. I shall return. I would be glad to demonstrate the efficacy of my mage skills, should you desire magical assistance. Might I be of assistance? I expect Magistrate Walder would be well versed in the subject. Of grimoires. I believe I can guide you to the person in question.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
You're so... Do try not to catch cold. Ice's sting is north to wheel. In need of healing. Allow me. Wait right there.
Dare I say it, we trounced our foe well and true.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Formidable arisen.
Over here. Here, if you please. Wolves draw near! It fears fire's fury! Here! Strike with lightning on your side!
Gran, I want to learn magic, please.
This again, child. You know full well your father has forbidden it. There are plenty of things more deserving of your interest.
Why must you always take Father's side? I'd have thought you'd understand how I feel better than anyone. Why won't they let me study magic? It isn't fair. What is it? If you... It is dreadful dull round here. All I want is to study magic, but Gran refuses to... If only I had a grimoire or two, then I could study on my own. If you find any grimoires, would you bring them to me? You needn't seek them out. Any you happen to find will do. Still, I'll write up a list of the tomes I'd most like, so you know which ones to keep an eye... There! All done. Mayhap I was a little overeager, but you needn't bring them all. Just 2 or 3 would be swell. Oh, and... Gran is like to confiscate the grimoires should she espy them. Pray hand...
So, we are to scour for the grimoires on Miss Trisha's list.
Have you brought me a grimoire, sir? Ooh, I can scarce wait another moment. I wonder what secrets the other grimoires contain.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
When does my watch end?
I'm sure I can handle this. Quite sure.
I don't know what to do.
Suppose I can finish it tomorrow.
I fear this trial is too much for one such as me.
Pray, follow me.
Water is nigh invisible in this bloom. No few times has an overconfident step soaked my boats.
Ah, yes. That sounds familiar.
Oh, what does...
We have arrived.
Oh, on the hunt for the grimoire entitled Towering Earth, are you? One moment. Here it is. Towering Earth, the Forsaken Text. You may take it. I can cast no magics myself, after all. Left in my care, 'tis as a pearl before swine. Not to mention, I've already read it. Fine timing, sir. Fine timing indeed. My time in that tenebrous jail has only hastened the... I stare at the page, but the letters stubbornly refuse to take shape. Yet these old... Alas, they were as I recall, prisoners' possessions are held within the palace storeroom. Though, as I hear it, masquerades are being held of late. Masquerade. Should you happen to enter the venue, mayhap you would find an opportunity. What say you? Would you consider doing it? I am in your debt with those spectacles. Pray, infiltrate the venue and find the storeroom.
At once, Master.
Visibility is poor here. Be wary of enemies lying in ambush.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Taking a wrong turn.
What should I do? What to do? What to do? I've no mother or father to speak of, you see. I wanted to get them a present to say thank you. The problem is, do you think you could help me? All I need is for true. I'm sure you'll find the prettiest... Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought me a bunch of flowers already? Oh, just look at them. These should brighten the sisters' say. Would you mind terribly if I asked you another favor? See, one of my friends taught me a magic spell. It's supposed to let you meet whomever you like. All you have to do is find a silver stone, put it under your pillow, and say the magic. But there's the problem. I've been looking. Would you find a silver stone and bring it to me, Arisen? For true. And I'll be waiting.
Our next mission is to acquire a silver stone. Mayhap silver ore will serve? We can purchase it, or mine it up ourselves.
I quite agree.
Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Have you found... They're hard to find, aren't they?
It's one of life's great pleasures.
welcome sight.
Lots to do.
Life without a bit of fun.
I've scripture to recite once I've said my prayers.
Finally, some peace and quiet.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side.
Can't make a living if I get myself injured.
What a nice surprise!
Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Have you found any... Oh, just look how it shines. Thank you ever so much. Say, aren't you curious who I want to meet? Well, I'll tell you. My mother and father. I don't even know what they look like, you know. Not to say I'm unhappy at the gracious hand, of course. I want to tell them how grateful... Oh, it's so shiny. Oh,
Miss Daphne seemed pleased with our efforts. Mayhap we ought to pay her another visit sometime soon.
I quite agree.
We've energy enough to press on for a while yet.
'Tis enough to make camp only when the need arises. I've grown accustomed to traveling with these same faces.
Indeed. We've no cause for reserve, not after all we've been through together. I feel refreshed and ready for a new day. Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Ready to forge on?
Trisha!
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
You have my protection!
You must aid me in stopping her! are not limitless. If we can force her to expend them, we might be able to save her. That's it. Keep forcing her to use her magic. Just a little more. Her magic reserves must be nearly spent by now. You mustn't let up. Let her magic reserves recover.
No harm shall come to you!
Here! Strike with lightning on your side! Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Trisha! Trisha! Oh, my darling girl. We managed to avoid the worst by some miracle. I am grateful for your aid. You must come visit us again, once she has recovered.
'Twas a near thing, but Miss Trisha is saved. Let us look in on her again in the coming days to see how she fares.
By your leave.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead. Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Ready to forge on?
Hoi! 'Twould seem I've you to thank for saving me as well as Gran. Who could have suspected things would happen as they did? 'Twas as though my very self was about to vanish. Gran said 'twas because the magic within me is many times greater than 'tis within other people. She's going to teach me how to control my magic so it won't happen again. Oh, that reminds me. Keep this a secret from Gran. But when my magic was all out of control, I learned a sort of technique. I'll need to study hard if I'm to try it without exploding again.
Learning to shackle such immense...
This might surprise you, but I've already mastered a variety of magics. And since you've been so kind to me, I'd like to teach...
Would you mind coming over here?
You've been good to me. I mean to teach you one of my techniques. I take this with my...
I always wanted to learn magic, but now I know not to underestimate the dangers it can pose. I'm going to devote myself to my studies till I... got my powers well under control.
Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
It is not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment. We must go where we are bid.
Look there. I espy another statue.
Climbing it would grant a clearer picture of our environs.
I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location? Pray, allow me to open yon chest. I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge. We must not let down our guard. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
I shan't let them harm you. You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use. That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise. We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. This is generally used as a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Oh, at least dreams.
This won't last long. Needs reinforcing.
There's adventure to be had, if there are only six.
Wearing armor all day. Now this.
Look at you. You've become quite the seasoned adventurer.
Heading well, I
Now
hope.
this is a conundrum.
I end up feeling really...
There's a ladder here. We ought to put it to good use.
I dare not showcase a performance unprepared.
Or you needing me?
Know you of the brine? Monsters they are, what haunt the... One cannot truly right.
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something? Always a pleasure.
It's had rowdy, but I shan't. What am I supposed to do?
Times are hard. Barely scraping by.
No place is truly free of the threat of monsters.
Feels eerie with no one about.
Swapping stories is one of life's great pleasures.
No one wants to here.
You're wasting your time talking to me. Feels eerie with no one about.
Been a while since I heard a good story.
Time to be heading home.
Looking for work? We've got plenty going here.